It's 4-4. The game is on the line. Both of your teammates die. It's just you. I don't know about you guys, but situations like this are why I play the game. Honestly, this is why I play competitive multiplayer games at all, really. And I love competition. I love the feeling of pulling off a clutch win for your team. So today I'm going to go over a few tips I have for clutching up in 1 vs 3 scenarios. So hit the like button and subscribe if you like in-depth PvP guides, and let's get into the video. Okay guys, so when you are in a 1v3, the very most important thing you want to keep in mind is that you need to force 1v1s. You don't want to be taking a fight 1 vs 3. You need to break it into 1v1s. Now, not all good teams are just going to run in at you one at a time and let you do that. A lot will, but most of them won't. So what you need to do is you need to try to break it into 1v1s by using like cover or angles or the map. So what I mean by that is, for example, I have a fusion clip here. I also have some sniper clips I'm gonna go over, but this first one is a fusion clip because I feel like it's the most relatable. More people can probably do this. So both of my teammates die on the left here by that grenade. And then they did get one. So it is a 1v2, but there's a smoke here. They have a Titan shield. I don't actually know where the guy they got is. I can't run out right now. It's just a bad angle, so I know it's going to be a 1v3. So yeah, they get the revive. It's a 1v3. I do have some fusion ammo, so that's another thing I want to talk about. You need to use your special ammo. Like, you need to have a good special weapon. This is super important in Destiny. This is what allows you to sort of win a lot of situations that aren't in your favor. Special weapons are very strong. All of them, really. Whether it's a sniper, a fusion, a shotgun, they all can one-shot, and that is going to be the most effective way to get out of these situations. So just remember, special weapons, very important. That is going to be how you break most of these scenarios. What I'm doing here is I am just sitting in this corner because honestly I'm like, well, this isn't a great situation. I kind of need them to mess up. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get one to come around this corner like slightly ahead of the others, maybe like a step or two. That way, because of this angle, the other two can't see me. Only the guy that peeks will be able to see me. It'll be a 1v1, even if they're right next to each other. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm waiting here, and then the second I see this shotgun come around the corner, I'm like, okay, I'm going in. And I actually get the other guy. The other guy was a little bit behind him, but I slide out and he wasn't really ready, so he gets fusion. Now, 1v2. So now I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to get just one to come around the corner here. I do have Antaeus, so I'm gonna use that to my advantage. I'm just gonna slide out here and actually get the other one pretty quick. So now it's 1v1. Now this is a little bit more manageable. I am gonna shield the corner here so they don't get these revives and I can see without letting them shotgun the corner or something. He's trying to shoot this grenade, so I'm like, well, while he's trying to do that, I slide out, and I do get some bullets on him. And at this point, it's pretty much over. He's not going to be able to heal. I'm going to get my revive, so that's a successful 1v3. Like I said, that first part, use your special weapons, that they are very strong. Doesn't matter which one you have, they are going to be your out in a lot of scenarios. The other thing that I want to show here is it didn't matter as much here, but just because you're in a 1v3, and I have teammates that do this a lot and it's very annoying, doesn't mean that you need to win the 1v3. You don't need to kill all of them. All you really need to do is get it to a point to where you can revive a teammate. Yeah, I could have hunted down this guy here after I put some bullets in him and it probably would have been fine, in this specific case, but you don't need to play to get all three. You just need to play to where you can get a teammate if you're in trials. Once I shot this guy, in my mind, I was like, I'm just getting a teammate. Now it's a 2v1. Now we can't lose, right? But if I ran at him, what if I got shotgunned or something? Remember, the special weapons go both ways. I just forced a 1v1 for no reason. I could have got fusioned or whatever. Yeah, you just need to play to get your teammates. You don't need to get all three. A lot of people get tunnel visioned on the 1v3 and they're like, oh, I have to get everyone. I play with people who do this a lot, actually. So all you need to do is just get your teammate. You just need to get it to a point, get to that part of the map. A lot of times, once you get one of the other three, you can start to make a play for your teammate. A lot of teams start to worry about their revive a little more and they kind of leave yours alone. They kind of forget. So yeah, make sure you're playing to get your teammate. That is the best way to turn the situation more in your favor, because here, let's say this guy got away, and now it's still a 1v1. If I just chased him down, who knows what could have happened, versus me just reviving the teammate and then it's a 3v1. Yeah, play for your teammates. That's just as important as like winning the 1v3. So yeah, the first 2 points I want to take from this video, well, mostly breaking it into 1v1s, but that's going to be in every clip we go over. But first of all, use your special weapons when you need to. They are very strong. And then play for your teammates. That's just as important. Okay, this next clip is going to be a real short one. I am on Endless Veil. It just has a point that I want to talk about. Basically, it's a 1v3. This team is actually pretty good. I see them all running at me and I'm like, okay, I have like no chance here. Like they're all grouped up. But what I do have is I am on Arc Warlock and I do have the uppercut melee. So not saying this thing is balanced, but it is in the game, so that is why I'm using it. I do have it because this melee is extremely strong. So that's mostly what I want to talk about. Is the other way to sort of win 1v3s other than your special weapon is to make sure you know how to use your abilities. Abilities are also very strong in this game. Many of them are not balanced. They are too strong. Like this Warlock melee is probably too strong. So they're pushing me. I know they're not going to expect me to just fly back around the corner because I am one shot. They actually like lit me up in the split second that they could see me. So yeah, I was like, oh, like these guys are good. I'm going to get rolled. So I just double back and hit the melee and it chains all 3 of them, kills 2 of them, and lines up the 3rd one for me. So real short clip, but basically, yeah, make sure you know what your abilities do. You have good practice with them because that is another way to sort of turn the tides in a 1v3. Like maybe you're a hunter with the trip mines. If you can throw a good trip mine, you can tag 2 of them, maybe kill one. Like that's how you flip the advantage into your favor. Make sure you know how to use your abilities, and in general use classes that have good abilities. Like yeah, primary gun skill is like the most important thing. It's the most fun. It's how, like, that's why I play scrims, because I like to use the primary weapons. But the abilities are in this game, so you do need to take advantage of them, especially in a 1v3, because they are very strong, and that's the best way, like one of the best ways to flip the advantage to your favor. Okay, now we have a sniper clip here. I have broken this one down before, but not in terms of like forcing 1v3. So here we have a scrim. Both of my teammates do die here, so it is a 1v3. It's not a trial scenario, but it is a 1v3. And so I see this guy run in. I know that he is low because I hit him, and I see that he's going behind my teammates, so I'm like, okay, he does kill both of them. This is a very good team, by the way. Like these players will be better than really anyone you're gonna run into in trials. So yeah, he runs in, gets my teammates. I am able to finish him off here by going to the far right. Right now, it is a 1v1 between me and him. He's focused on my teammates though, so I do kill him, but the other 2 players can't see me. So now this is the next thing I want to talk about, is you need to know where the other team is. Like you need to either have callouts or see them or look at your radar, or you just need to have a general like game sense of where people are. That's a little harder to describe, but I do know where they are just because like I've just played the game so much. I know that there's one here, and I know that since my teammates were on the far divider, I do know there's probably one on the far divider too, because they had to be shooting at someone. So I know there's one close divider and one far divider. So I'm far right. I need to get back to this pillar because that is my only cover. So I slide here, and this is a bad 1v1, but it is a 1v1. My only chance here, because of my loadout, is to use my special weapon, like I've already talked about. So I do snipe him. I mean, if I had a fusion, whatever, I could have fusioned him. But yeah, so first thing, use my special weapon because I need to one-shot this guy or I'm gonna die. But most importantly, like I said, I know there's one on this far divider. So I'm playing this pillar here to sort of keep him from seeing me. So it breaks this 1v2 because he can't see me because I'm playing in a spot where this pillar is cutting off his line of sight. So this is a 1v1, even though they're still pretty close to each other. So I do get this first kill, and then I'm gonna slide back to the other side of the pillar, and I am able to use my special weapon to get a trade. Now, obviously, you wouldn't want to trade, but in a 1v3 against this good of a team, I'll take a trade. Like, that's not bad. So yeah, basically it's just important to, like, all I had was a pillar and like a dream, and you're able to position properly. You can cut the 1v3 into different 1v1s based on where you are, because you're cutting off like the line of sight. So from this clip, the main things I want to talk about are, like, I did use my special weapon again because you do need to one-shot people a lot of times in a 1v3. It's very fast-paced. If you just primary them, you're gonna take damage. It's just a lot of times you do need to use your special weapon. Like that's why people like Destiny, is because the special weapons give you like those hero moments that other games don't really have. So yeah, focused on my special weapon. The next thing is that I knew where they were. That's also important. You need to have an idea of where they are. That way you can immediately get ready for the next fight. Yep, that's gonna do it for my video here on how to clutch up 1v3s. Basically, I'm just gonna give a brief breakdown. You wanna force it into 1v1s. Maybe the other team will do it for you, maybe they won't, but you need to try to play cover to sort of make 1v1s happen. Next, you want to use your special weapons. If you have ammo, they are able to one-shot people, and when you're in a 1v3, that's sometimes you're just gonna need to do that. So yeah, keep that in mind. The other thing is your abilities. A lot of times abilities can flip the momentum of the fight or turn the advantage to your favor if you can get a good ability off, whether it's a trip mine or a melee or like a shoulder charge, something. Abilities are very strong in this game. Whether you like that or not, that's just the game. So make sure you get good with your abilities. And then finally, make sure you know where the other team is. You need to either build the game sense or have good teammates that can call it out for you, or you need to pay really good attention to your radar. You need to know roughly where the enemy team is. That way you can snap from one to the next. Like you need to be able to beat one and immediately be ready to fight the next one. You need to know where they are. You can't be surprised of their location because by then it might be too late. So make sure you are aware of where the enemy team is. But that's all I really have for this. Hopefully it's helpful to someone. If you like PvP guides, definitely subscribe. But until then, I am awake and I'll see you guys next time.